Hi. Uh, this morning we heard some news about the building house collapse. House collapses have been happening regularly. There were two house collapses. So in this version, let us talk of one of the house collapse, which is a cessed building which collapsed. This is a building in Fort area, which was ground plus 4 or ground plus 5 story, which has collapsed. There are various versions about the collapse, so we need to understand them. The owner of the building says that he has applied for redevelopment and has obtained all the permissions, but he could not redevelop the building or pull it down due to the COVID situation. Now let us understand why the collapse happened. The collapses happen because the building has grown old. 16,000 odd buildings in Mumbai have outlived their effective lifespan. There are tenants living in that. In some cases, the owner, the landlord also lives in the building. In most cases, he doesn't. And the buildings then collapse. Now, someone may ask, why did this building collapse? Because it was not repaired. What happens is, when you apply for a redevelopment permission, the landlord feels that he need not spend on repairs. He asks the tenants to vacate and gives them paltry sums to find some kind of a transit accommodation. They are not sure if they go to the transit accommodation whether they would ever come back or whether their building would ever be redeveloped. We have 5,800 projects in the city of Mumbai which have been stuck, where the tenants or the original inhabitants or the members of the cooperative societies have left their buildings, and the rents given by the developer or the landlords have been stopped and they have not come back. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. 1,25,000 families and more have been rendered homeless under the name of redevelopment. In cases where the redevelopment has happened also, the experience hasn't been very good. 85% of those people who are supposed to have come back into the original buildings have never come back. So the redevelopment, for whom? If it is for the tenants, for the residents, it has not been successful. So this model is not going to work the way it has been. In the past 35 to 40 years, we have redeveloped only about 2,000 to 2,500 cessed buildings. We have 16,000 more to go. It will take more than 150 years to redevelop them at the present pace. The only way out is tenant ownership. If the landlord is given a compensation for his property in the form of TDR or any such instrument, and the tenants and landlords are jointly made responsible for the redevelopment, only then redevelopment will happen. Buildings won't collapse because both tenants and landlords will repair it, and when it is redeveloped, they will come back to stay. This is a solution, but is anyone listening? I'm not too sure. But you are listening, and you must all get together to pressurize the powers that be to completely make a different model of redevelopment so that we can save not just the tenants of Mumbai, but Mumbai as the city which made us, where we grew up, a good city to live in. With that, this is Chandrashekhar Prabhu signing off for now. See you later.